What's up, guys? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Miranda Detailing, and welcome back to another weekend wash. So in today's video, we're going to be opening up the March glove box and checking out some of the products in there. I've already used them in a couple of videos, so got a chance to play around with those products already, and that way I can actually talk to you guys about them a little bit. So we're going to be washing our Avalon today. Last time it was the Sage Avalon. Today is going to be our Black Avalon, and testing out some of the products on it. Now you can see the sheeting abilities of these products. So guys, we have a couple of new products here in the shop from the Glovebox subscription. Now, if you are interested in trying out new products each month, and we're not talking about little tiny samples, we're talking about full 16-ounce bottles, then check out theglovebox.com. I'll have the website down below in the link to be able to get your own subscription. Now, these premium boxes are priced at $35 a month, and you will get $60 to $80 worth of products, towels, and who knows what. Lots of cool stuff. Now, for April, there is a special box coming your way if you do want to subscribe. For April, if you want to subscribe now, you'll get the March glove box, but something very special in April. So stay tuned for that if you want to try out some new limited edition products. Now, one of those limited edition products we just got the other day from Turtlewax. This is their 75th anniversary paste wax. So this is a very special one. It is their ceramic and graphene paste wax. Now I know, you're thinking to yourself, why did you come out with a paste wax? Look guys, Turtlewax is very interesting. They are staying true to not only their brand, but their family. The whole process of detailing, when it began, it was really to enjoy the process of detailing. Yes, it was to sell some amazing products to people and to really launch their brand into the future in, well, 75 years, pretty impressive. But to come out with a paste wax like this in a world of ceramic coatings, here's my take on it. People can do whatever they want. Detailers can do whatever they want. They can use whatever product they so choose. So never, ever downplay a detailer for using a paste wax or whatever other product that they enjoy using and they see results. We're gonna try this paste wax out. Well, maybe not today. I don't know if yeah, maybe today, and we'll try it out. But man, it smells really, really nice, and very, very excited to try this stuff. But stay tuned to the channel. We will be using this more often. Now, I also have another paste wax, and this one is from Vonixx. I haven't even tried this one out yet. It's called Blend. It is an SiO2 paste wax as well, and it is blended with other carnauba waxes and polymers and all of that, just like the 75th anniversary. The beauty of those types of products, and any detail product really, is the chemist can blend all sorts of ingredients together to make a really nice product that can be easy to work with, creates amazing hydrophobic abilities, lasts a long time, all of that stuff. So it's up to the chemist really to design those products to work for almost everyone, anywhere, everywhere. Now, true, there are some areas where certain products just don't shine. Shine? Yeah, shine. I mean just the application and maybe the durability of it in some areas aren't as good, but who knows? There's so many variables. Weather plays a role in it, application, the quality of the paint job, all of that stuff. And sometimes you even get a bad batch of product. I've had that happen before. You just contact the manufacturer, the company, and you get that straightened out. The Vonixx paste wax comes in this little tin here. Oh man, that smells good. And again, this is a blend of SiO2, polymers, carnauba wax, all sorts of natural and synthetic ingredients. And this, I believe, is this the black version? Yes, the black edition, which means it's formulated to work with dark colors. Can it work on silver and gold and light colors? Yes, it's just going to enrich in dark colors. Dark colors are going to look amazing anyway. When you put any type of polish or wax on it, it doesn't really matter. You're glossing up the paint, so almost any product is going to do that when your paint is clean and polished. This does have the ingredients to kind of bring out the richness in dark colors. So we'll try that stuff soon also. But let's talk about what came in the glove box. So we have the Vosh Premium Shampoo. So we did get a chance to use this on a couple of vehicles. One video coming out in the channel. I don't know if it's going to be this week, or next month. We gave this a try, and we were actually out on a mobile job. And It even dried on the vehicle a little bit and rinsed away clean. No residue, no spotting, nothing like that. So really nice shampoo for mobile guys if you're interested. And then we have their Liquid X detail spray. I don't believe it is SiO2. It doesn't really say that it is. It is a really nice smooth detailer. We topped one of our waxes with this, again, on a mobile job, and it worked really, really nice. So paint, plastic, glass, it can go on everything. So it produced a really nice, slick, glossy surface. And you can use detail sprays like this even on the interior of your vehicle. A lot of them are formulated and blended so that you can do that. On some plastics and leather, it might be a little shiny, a little slippery, so test it out for yourself, see if that's the finish that you like. But detail sprays like this can be used all around the vehicle. So a detail spray can be very, very versatile for a mobile guy. And then we got their Synergy Works. This is a disinfectant spray. So it is kind of an all-purpose cleaner, but it's not made for heavy stains and things like that. But it probably can also do that, as it says here on the back. So this is really designed as a virus and bacteria killer and also a cleanser. So I would use this kind of like the Turtlewax disinfectant spray as a final wipe down after everything is actually cleaned and before I dress any plastics or leather. Final wipe down on all touch surfaces especially. You can use this on fabrics. You can just spray it onto upholstery and carpets and just kind of wipe it in and leave it, let it sit. And it will kill bacteria and viruses in there as well. And as usual, it does come with a bunch of nice microfiber towels. It came with another nice low nap green one, very, very similar to this. But I already used it up and it's in the wash. And it also comes with a really nice fine glass cleaning towel. Oh, I forgot one thing. This is going to be pretty cool. The System X, I already busted it open, windshield protection. This offers up to a year protection on your windshield and all your other glass. And it comes in the little packets like this. So I'm not a fan of packets like this for paint, but I am for glass because it's a one-time use type of thing. But it comes with two, enough to actually coat 2 windshields. I'm going to reserve these for coating jobs because usually I throw in a windshield coating in amongst all the other coatings when I'm doing a job like that. So it's kind of priced into our ceramic coating or new car prep services. So I have 2 of them. I think I will use one of them on my own vehicle and then one of them on a customer's vehicle. So it's pretty cool. You have the 2 little sachets, and basically one's the cleaner and one is the coating itself. So we'll try this stuff out. So we're gonna pull out our car and give it a wash. Okay guys, so I was just going around rinsing everything and realized that I didn't press record on the GoPro. Yeah, stupid. This is just rinsing. This is the AM Details Hybrid Sealant and Detailer Combo. That is super impressive. I love that stuff. Look how glossy and look how clean it looks. Man, I could probably just dry this right now and it's totally fine. I'm not, but I probably could. Avalon King coating, performing exceptionally well. And Hybrid Solutions Pro, the To the Max Wax and Flex Wax. It breaks up the water very well. It's more of a sheeting product. It does bead, but the beading is not as intense as a coating like that. It is in the onset and then it starts to die down to sheeting. But look how quickly it sheds the water off. That's really good. A lot of guys like that instead of beading because you don't want to be left with tons of beads like that after, you know, rinsing the vehicle or rain. Rain is not so bad because usually the water spots from rain are less hard, less severe than, say, garden hose water, well water, or city water. But still, it can leave spots, but they are easier to remove. At least that's what I have found. There were even some spots on the hood before I rinsed it, and they're gone. So they'll wash off, they'll rinse off without a problem. Usually that's with rainwater. Depending on where you are in the country or in the world, that may differ. However, look. it really sheds the water off, leaving minimal beads on the paint. We put Griot's 3-in-1 ceramic detailer here, and man, that is very hydrophobic. And see, depending on how the water hits it, you can either flood or create lots of beads. This has very tight ceramic coating type beads, but if you do flood it, it will shed the water off really well. So I need to get a better attachment for this. I can get an attachment for this or for the garden hose to make it flow water better and make it sheet water as well. I don't have anything on the bumper. I should probably put protection on the bumper to test it, because that gets the worst of everything. All the traffic film and everything get looped back onto the bumper here. So I may put a product on there and test it. Here we have AM Detail's Festive Detailer, which is just their regular detailer, but it's the cinnamon scented, not flavored, cinnamon scented. It's really nice stuff, and it can be diluted 3-to-1. Unlike the hybrid detailer, you don't dilute that, you dilute their regular detailer. It's pretty cool stuff. Now the car was slightly dirty, it wasn't horrible. Unfortunately, when I was recording all of the befores from just a minute ago, I didn't have the GoPro on, so that was my fault. Pretty stupid. Rookie mistake. But I am going to clean the wheels and tires. They do need it. I'm going to be using a product that we got from one of the glove boxes, I think last month's glove box. And I have Torque on here. I actually have the Torque wireless wash. I think it's called Turbo. I've been maintaining this with Turbo, and Torque is under it as a base layer. I know some guys didn't really get a lot of good success with Torque, but you know, with some products that maybe don't last as long, you just apply them more often. And I know there's an argument to be made. The cost of those products should be lower if they are not as durable. If they are shown not to be as durable, they should be a little cheaper. But I believe Torque is going to be changing one of their formulas into a ceramic one. I don't think the Torque was ceramic. I'm not sure. That's just what I read. So we'll see. But anyway, look. The performance on the top is really good. Down here, it's showing signs of failing, but it's sheeting water, so not bad. I don't know if you guys can hear that. The frogs are waking up and they are so loud. It's insane. So we have the Vonixx premium shampoo in here. I put maybe like 5, almost 6 ounces in only 16 ounces. I know it's a lot, but the electric pressure washer doesn't push out as much. So I usually put a little bit more to make this foam better, but in the gas pressure washer, it works a lot better. So the shampoo is nice and slick. It didn't foam up as much as I was expecting or wanting in that foam cannon, but sometimes that electric pressure washer doesn't foam the shampoos like I want them to. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I was using it with the gas pressure washer and it did way better. So that's not a huge deal. But what I am feeling is pretty slick. It is nice. As far as the cleaning ability, we'll see how well it does on some of the lower panels that have a little bit more salt buildup when we rinse it. And we'll test out rinsing ability as well. See how clean it washes away. All right, seemed to wash away nice and clean, and the hood beading and sheeting. Nice. Look at that. Beads are still nice and tight on here. And if you want to see the beading, yep, just spray it or mist it and you'll see beads. Avalon King coating, amazing protection. And the Flex Wax here, still running strong at the top, sheeting a little bit slower towards the bottom, but still sheeting off. But it did take a little bit of a hit down here. And to the Max Wax and Flex Wax here, definitely sheeting, yep, a little slower than before, but still. It sheets almost completely off. Yeah, still looks awesome. Griot's 3-in-1 ceramic wax. This is only about a week old, performing amazingly. As far as cleaning goes, I don't see any lingering residue or anything down here. It looks really, really nice. Yeah, it's still nice and clean down here. And the AM Details detailer, their festive detailer, yep, still performing very, very well. The torque and the turbo detailer on top of it, yeah, definitely took a hit down here, just like the Flex Wax on the other side. But look, it's still sheeting and beading, just a little bit slower. And up here, it sheets away a little bit more. Not bad. Okay, so performance of products looking very, very strong on here. So let's get to cleaning these tires and wheels. We're going to be using the Bosch Ultimate Wheel Cleaner, and yeah, you can use it on the tires as well. It's a nice thick formula. You can spray it in the wheel wells if you want, but it'll start cleaning and breaking down grime, brake dust. It is not an iron remover. It's red already, but it is a nice thick gel. So it clings and will clean the wheel and tire. Oh yeah, see it breaking up the grime? Not bad. All right, that's pretty awesome. Looks nice and clean. All right, that looks nice and clean. We'll see what happens when we dry the tires, but they're looking pretty good. All right, we made this work. See the sheeting abilities of these products. If you sheet the panels like this, you'll basically end up with a completely dry car. Maybe a few little things, little drops here and there. But yeah, that's pretty awesome, right? It's all pretty much clean and dry. Just a quick little dry with a small towel, and that's it. So yeah, you can dry your car with water. This has been shown many times on YouTube, so nothing new. But the benefit of a product that sheets versus one that beads, look at that, pulls everything right off. How awesome is that? Not bad. So Flex Wax also sheeting really well. A little slower towards the bottom, but up here it was sheeting extremely well. Nice and even, and it pulls the water all off. And that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I just took this, it was a longer hose, and I just cut it, and I can control the flow with the hose here, but this produces just a nice even flow of water. Well, let's use the Vonixx Revox tire sealant. The tires came out really nice. Nice and clean, nice and dry, looking good. So I like to apply this with a little foam applicator. This is actually a 4-inch foam polishing pad, but it works great for tire dressings if the pad's used up, worn, or whatever. So if you have little pads like this that you don't use for polishing, use them for tire dressings, or dressings in general. This goes on very smooth, and I really like the finish of this. It will die down just a little bit in shine once it dries. It leaves a really nice natural finish. I'm very, very happy with this dressing. It's good stuff. I've been very happy with the Vonixx products in general. So that shine will die down once it dries, and it'll look really, really nice. So now we're going to polish the windshield. So I'm going to polish the entire windshield, prep it. We're using the CarPro glass polishing pad. So this is not microfiber. It is like a really tough material. I don't know if this is the rayon or not. I don't know what material this is, but it's made for glass polishing. It's very, very hardy. So we're going to use the CarPro Ceraglass, put a couple of drops on here, and polish the glass with this. And is it going to necessarily remove the scratches from the wiper blades and all that? We'll see. I've never really had that much success with other pads, but let's try this pad and see. So using the panel wipe, isopropyl alcohol, just to remove the residue, because it's too difficult to remove with just the towel alone. It won't come off at all. It doesn't do much as far as removing these wiper blade scratches. I mean, they're very, very, very minor scratches, but they're there. You can still see them. So it does a good job of cleaning the glass exceptionally well, but that's about it though. I'm not really going to worry too much about the wiper abrasion, but the pads will work well for removing water spots, so that's pretty cool. Now, according to the directions, it says to basically use both of these packets, it almost sounds like, so it's not necessarily one per vehicle, but I've made them last before like that and make them stretch to 2 vehicles. It kind of sounds like that's what it's saying, but basically the glass is now polished and it's IPA'd, but I am going to use the cleaner wipe that is included in this. So right when I'm ready to apply it, I'm going to open this and apply it. It says to half the windshield, and then open up the unopened sachet, another one, to do the other side of the windshield. But if I can stretch it, I'm going to stretch it. It just makes sense to me. And then it says to allow 10 minutes to dry and then wipe off that residue. So kind of an interesting way of doing that. So we'll see how that works. So let's do that. Let us do the entire windshield. I'm going to go quickly using this one wipe that's in here. It says to do it in circular motions. Let's do it in circular motions. Go all around the edges and just make sure every square inch is coated. And I didn't open up the packet all the way, or I didn't open up the cloth. That way I'm not using the entire contents of the cloth. So it's kind of a little bit of a trick. You fold it in half. You don't open up the entire thing. I still have enough to do the entire windshield. So yeah, you can get away with doing the entire windshield. I'm going to keep going until it kind of starts to dry away. And it also says, before it's all dried, use it to clean your windshield wipers. So that's what I'm going to do also. There's a lot of junk that builds up on the wipers. So already straightforward, pretty easy to use. All right, now if there is any residue left over, then just take a clean towel and buff it away. I see a little bit of residue here. So let's open the second sachet and coat it. Actually, before I do that, so it says if it is around 50 degrees or so, which it is, then it says to wait about 60 minutes, an hour, before you wipe it away. So it's supposed to kind of cure on there, and then you wipe it away, the residue away, that is. If it's 77 plus degrees, then it's 30 minutes. And it says once cure and dry, buff out all residue with a clean towel. So, all right. So basically, wipe it on, let it sit for an hour, and then wipe it off. And before it dries out, I'm also going to coat the blades. So can you get away with just one pack? Yeah, you can. It does make it a little harder, though. It does dry very, very quickly. So just work quickly and you'll be fine. But we'll let this sit for an hour and then wipe off the residue. So let's do something interesting. I'm going to use the new Hybrid Solutions ceramic graphene paste wax, the 75th anniversary edition, on the back bumper, the entire bumper, all the way around. I normally don't test products on here, but it would be a good test subject because this gets a lot of abuse back here. It gets the brunt of all the chemicals and all of the overspray and everything travels all the way to the back bumper here. So it's washed and there's no protection on it at all. It's completely dead. So I'm just going to apply the paste wax right over it. So I'm going to start on the fender over here and apply some onto the applicator and just work in circular motions. Now this bumper has been painted horribly, really bad paint job. So it doesn't really look pretty, but that's not really the point anyway. I want to see the durability of it on an area that is highly impacted by all sorts of junk on the road. And usually the bumpers are the most neglected anyway. The front bumpers on vehicles will get completely trashed, and bugs and road grime and rock chips road rash, all that stuff. The front bumpers can just get completely trashed. And same goes with the back bumpers. Lots of abrasion here because of the trunk. That's just what normally happens with people's vehicles. Anyway, besides that, let's see how long this stuff lasts. So it's applied, we'll let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll wipe off the residue. So for the passenger side rear door, let's use another paste wax. We're going to use the Blend Black Edition from Vonixx. And before I do that, I'm going to do a quick panel wipe, just a very quick panel wipe with the Meguiar's Surface Prep. Why am I doing it? Just for testing purposes. I'm not polishing it or anything like that, so I'm not worried about marring. There's swirls on it anyway. I don't care. I'm just worried about the prep on this, because I think that I do have some protection on here, but I forget what it was, and I just want it off the panel. Alright, so at least it's prepped and ready to go. I'm going to use the little applicator that came with the Blend paste wax. It does smell really nice too. So I like to twist the pad in here, put just a small amount onto the applicator. And just like the Turtlewax, very smooth, nice application. So I like to do circular motions, and then I go back over it with straight line motions, just to ensure that I got everything. Nice, very nice, smooth application. I mean, look how much I used. Barely anything, you can't even tell. You can get a lot of vehicles out of this. All right, it's been about 10 minutes, and you know, with these waxes, modern day ones, they don't really haze up like older ones do. But it says to give it 5 to 10 minutes. Let's see how it wipes. Oh, seems to wipe off pretty clean. Little resistance. And again, this is an SiO2 wax. So should give you, it says, up to 7 months protection. It's pretty good. Realistically, again, I always kind of chop those in half. So I know 3 to 4 months protection. Then again, maintain it properly. Use good shampoos, and they do have their Blend spray wax that you can use to top it each time after your wash. So do that. I don't believe in just letting protection go on its own. I only do it on here, for the most part, to test it. But in the real world, I'm not going to do that. If I'm taking care of a customer's vehicle, I'm going to put some form of protection on it every single time. I don't just rely on that base coat of protection to protect the vehicle for that entire length of time. I'm making sure to top it every single time. That's what you should be doing. That is my whole thing when it comes to durability, especially on customers' cars. Always wash it properly, top it off. That way you protect the base layer of protection. Or you're just adding layers of protection each time. Nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, that is encouraged. Ooh, wow. Okay, after flipping the towel, very, very slick. Nice. It feels awesome. And even though there's tons of swirls on this panel, it definitely looks nice and glossy. So it's going to give it a nice, dark, rich look to the paint. Really nice. Oh, somebody found paper bags. Oh, paper bags. Are you licking the paper bag? She's licking the paper bag. That is so weird. We just went grocery shopping. Oh, I guess it smells like yummy food and meat. So, yeah, very, very nice. Very glossy. I know. Look how bad it is. Oh, shameful. Look how bad and swirly it is. I know. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about protection. and the gloss. It is glossy, even though it's got swirls. Of course, it would be way more glossy if you didn't have the swirls here. But when we move over here, much better clarity in the paint. I know the sun is right there, just kind of ruining everything, but it does feel nice. So yeah, so definitely the paint looks better here than it does here. Everything is done, looking nice. Tires now look really good. Oh, they look awesome. I love that look. Very, very nice. This is the Vonixx tire sealant. Beautiful. Okay, so now with this, I'm gonna flip the towel inside out here because I just used just two sides of it on one side. So I'm gonna flip the towel inside out, and it's been about an hour now. So let's remove. Ooh, wow, that is grabby. That's really grabby, but it does remove from the glass. I was a little concerned about that, but it does remove from the glass pretty easily. It's a little tacky. There's a little bit of resistance, and you can see a residue on the towel. That's kind of interesting. But then it gets a little slicker, but it's not really a slick windshield coating. I think just meant to be more hydrophobic than slick necessarily. So kind of interesting. Let's go over to this side. So after I flip the towel over, it's still not slick, but it is cleaning everything off the glass nicely. So it does look good. There's no smearing or smudging or anything, just the windshield wiper abrasion, and that's it. It looks really good. So we'll let this sit overnight and it'll cure, and we'll just keep an eye on it and see how well it does. So guys, that's going to do it for the weekend wash. I hope you enjoyed. I know there's a lot of information here and a lot of different products we're playing around with, but that's the best part of the weekend wash, playing around with new products and seeing how they perform. So hopefully, if I have time next weekend, we will wash the Sage Avalon and see the durability on the hood and the trunk. We put the Extreme Solutions graphene spray on the trunk, so that will give it 3 weeks, I think. So we'll see how that stuff holds up. And in another, I don't know, maybe another 3 weeks or so, we'll get to washing our Avalon and see how the windshield is doing and the two paste waxes, as well as everything else on the vehicle. So again, if you are interested in any of the products we use, check out the description down below. Consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.